Yes, guys, rock on, Ruben. Let's get back into the podcast, guys. Right, today. Oh,
what the hell, boys? What's going on? What are we doing here, lads?
mate?
What
You
are we
okay?
doing?
hello, mate.
Welcome
You
on,
okay?
boys. What's going on? Hello, everybody.
know.
Welcome back to another episode of the Musical Mayhem podcast. Let me just get round here.
Do you want me to still hold this, mate?
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, sorry, mate, sorry. Get some room there, mate.
Welcome back, the boys. I'm your host, Jake, or Leslie Sticks. And today I'm joined by two very special guests, Mr. Ruben Hillier, Mr. Harry Hughes, my friends throughout college, and extremely talented musicians. Just going to talk a bit today about these guys' influence. Ruben's in some bands and shit, doing some music stuff. Harry, little jammy man, doing some other music stuff.
Apricot jam, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know that.
All right.
Next.
Well, let me mess them out. Let's go right ahead. How are we, Ruben?
I'm Sam, mate. How are you?
I'm not bad.
Not bad. Good.
How does it feel to finally be doing a fucking episode of this podcast with me?
Oh, lad, it's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
It has.
It's been 2 years.
Been 2 years.
It has.
or something.
2 years. Ruben was meant to be the original co-host back when it wasn't even Musical Mayhem. It was fucking... I don't even remember what it was. It was something.
You had it ready
It was
and
something.
uploaded.
And then it changed to Metal Manic
Spotify.
when I was with Lewis. And then now it was Musical Mayhem. Oh.
How times change.
Oh yeah. Little Lewis isn't here. He's not a co-host of this podcast anymore due to unforeseen circumstances, so you might say.
Sound.
But we're gonna carry on anyway. I figured let's sort of expand a bit, get some people on, get some guests on, talk a little bit about them, their experiences in music so far. Trying to keep it same sort of age range. Yeah. So, what do we want to cover first? Let's cover it. So, Ruben over here, he's a blues
guy.
enthusiast, blues connoisseur.
Hold that for me, mate.
Let's talk a bit about his influences, shall we?
About my influences.
Who are we influenced by?
So, first, before all the blues stuff, as I was growing up, I grew up on Elvis and Eric Clapton. Obviously, is blues. That was to do a lot with my dad. Yeah, always as soon as he come home from work, as I was home from school,
Tunes it on.
got the laptop on. I was like, Dad, get Elvis on. He's boss. Obviously, everyone loves Elvis. And then we got on to one day, me and Lyndon, my brother, found a DVD underneath our bed, and it was the Blues Brothers. So we waited for my dad to get home, and he was like, Dad, what's this? I was like, put it on. From then on, life-changing experience, mate. The Blues Brothers, I was like 7 or 8 or something. That's what got me into it.
Think of that, Jake.
I think that's pretty brilliant, to be honest. I mean, considering how I came into my influences and into my sort of genre and experience with metal music, it's a different story, and it's nice to see sort of, you know, from different genres and different perspectives, how people got into what they're into. What about your influences, Harry?
Well, thanks for asking, Jake. You know what I mean? Unlike our good friend Ruben earlier there, I didn't really have anyone who was into that sort of music that I'm into, guitar-wise anyway. Like, my dad was never like, oh, Ruben's dad is and that. I was not interested in music until high school, secondary school, whatever. Year 7, just we doing music throughout the year. I liked it, started it. And then from there, I just picked up different people. I already knew a few people. Got onto Clapton, as everyone should and will do. Got into John Mayer, got into Jimi Hendrix. He's the number one right now. Gone to a few different artists, and they're the main 3, the big 3, I would say, in my journey so far. But as we progress, it's widened. But they're the main, I'd say.
Can't beat them.
Can't beat the goats.
That's good stuff.
You know what I mean?
And I think it's all it all sort of interlinks between us because the stuff that I'm into and the stuff that I play and the stuff that I write is so heavily influenced by the greats.
The greats.
Clapton, the Beatles, Jimi
The
Hendrix.
Beatles as well, yeah.
It's like every time I listen to an episode of the Avenged Sevenfold podcast tracks, Sinister Gates, their lead guitarist, always mentions the Beatles without fail.
As he
The
should.
Greatest
Beatles are
band
his biggest influence.
Greatest band of all time.
Would it?
It's great to see as well. Genres like that still being, kept alive.
Yeah.
Without them, there'd be no music.
No.
Yeah, without that there would be no modern day sort of shit.
Grime and mad.
So let's hear a little bit about your bands then. So he's in a...
He's a smooth bastard, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
Straight
just
into it.
That's it, bro. We're just sliding through these topics, bro.
Go on then.
Penguin,
I'll direct you, man.
like a
My
penguin
brother.
in the ice. So, a little bit of context beforehand. Ruben was previously studying a music course at the same college as Harry and I.
That ended well.
And he's now in 2 bands. One of them, which consists of 2 other good friends of ours from college, and 2 people who I somehow miraculously know and met literally last week without even knowing they were going to be in this band. She's in that band. What are you playing? It's like Steely Dan and that, innit?
With that one, so we've come up with... So Sidewalk is the name. Come up with Sidewalk.
That's nice, I like that.
Yeah, so we've got 3 songs at the moment. It's Steely Dan, Reeling in the Years, and Do It Again. And then we've got Hall & Oates,
Yeah.
Can't Go For That. That's the 3 songs we're focusing on now. Yeah. We've only rehearsed once, but went well.
Very good.
Seems to click.
That's nice. Yeah. He sent me a rehearsal video, and it's good stuff. I always like seeing Ruben play. It's very good. It's very nice.
Inspiring, shall we say?
What about the other band?
So the big one, Foam Over is the name. It came about because...
You can smell it.
Sorry, it sounds like a really, really bad porno, I can't lie. Foam Over.
That's great.
That's a cool name, that one. I like it. Go ahead.
After he said that,
Sorry.
Don't know the origin of the
go on.
name.
Origin of the
of the
name.
name, yeah.
Oh my god,
I don't even know.
exclusive
So,
fucking...
So before I tell the story, so our singer, James, his name, he works in a pallet factory, I think he said. It was like a pallet. They make pallets.
What, like
And,
pallets?
Yeah, like wooden pallets.
No, like pallets that you put like fucking water bottles and shit on when you're transporting them in trucks and that, lad.
Wooden pallets.
That's crazy.
So he works in a pallet
He works
factory.
in a pallet
Anyway,
factory,
pallets
and
and that,
one
yeah.
of the things they have to do is put this like foam or like
Over it,
blue,
by chance.
like what's it called, bubble wrap type thing
Oh,
over
right,
it,
yeah.
and they have to scream foam over as they put it over. So it's like sounds like a band name, that.
Quite,
There we go.
it's quite good.
That's the origin of the band name.
An origin
like that.
story, not quite
It's a
as...
story. I think he's Batman or something.
I was just going to say, not quite as deep cutting as
Yeah.
Batman, but we're getting there.
Yeah, we are. We're on the
Yeah,
on the
fucking
level,
hell.
like, yeah.
I hope that's
Dancer?
right. He told me it once. I hope I think that's right.
You just lied on the
No,
podcast.
no, right, it's right.
Just lied
yeah.
on the
So,
Jake Oliver podcast.
How's it going with the band? What are we playing? What are we doing? What's going on?
That's your original
So-
songs, haven't you?
So it came about. It was a friend from school, George. His brother is a musician, and he was putting on this charity gig in a pub in Liverpool called the Pilgrim, and he just wanted some acts, acoustic acts, anyone really. And George told him that he knows me and that he knows I play guitar and whatever. So he messaged me and seemed alright about it. I was like, yeah, I'll come down. So I went down, I done half an hour, I done 30 minutes worth of songs. But the thing is, I done my set list different. So we got put in a group chat with all the acts that were going to be on, and all them had the typical acoustic songs that you do, all your Oasis, all that jazz.
Classic.
So I thought, well, if everyone else is doing that, I'm going to do my stuff. So I went in, right, someone had just played Let It Go, right, A girl sang "Let It Go"
It was
before I went on.
I will not
So she sang that, and then I went on with a Lecky guitar, Strat, and an amp.
different.
Revved up, played Lynyrd Skynyrd, Sweet Home Alabama.
Class.
Played some Cream, my favourite band, the best
right.
band ever.
Love the jubbly.
Some Jimi Hendrix, Hey Joe, and some slide blues and all that stuff.
Yeah, man. That's what we're talking about.
So from that, James's band was on last, Foam Over, but they were on last. And after my set, he came up to me and asked me, do I want to play in his band?
Rest is history.
Rest is history. I just said, yeah, go ahead.
Sound.
So then I went down, I think it was a week or two later, to rehearse with them. And it's just something about them, everything. They all knew each other, they clicked. And I was like, this is good, this. And they're all musically
Gifted.
inclined, like, they know their stuff about music.
You know what, I remember that message as well. I remember you messaging me and going, I've just been asked to join this fucking band at this thing that I'm playing, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, go ahead. Madness.
That's good.
That's brilliant.
It was a good set. You had a good set, and then they had a good set as well. Good few original songs from them.
I could
do more.
I could talk about some band experiences.
There's a few band experiences.
Intimus Septum, lad.
Oh my god. You know what? Nah, we can't. I think we have to.
Something about that. Let's talk about that.
Fucking hell.
Let's talk
So
about that.
when we started in college, I think we weren't friends at first.
We weren't.
We
You could say that I fucking hated you.
yeah, we
you little
disliked.
scruffy.
Yeah, we
Scruffy boy.
so
We
these
were like,
so these
fucking
came in.
Yeah.
These came in, and they looked like chavs, and we came in, and we looked like these little fucking scrappy emos.
Metalheads.
Scruffy bings.
So
Have a wash.
we didn't even you know what, to be fair, we never would look over and fucking say anything, but we were just like,
Yeah, because you're wimps.
we were just like, oh, who the fuck are these guys? And then fuck, what even was it? I don't know, we just kind of spoke.
I remember-
didn't
The first time I spoke to you was when you asked me to play with when we played what's the song?
With Jed.
Stereophonic song.
Stereophonics,
That's the first
Dakota.
time. That's the first time I spoke to you.
Yeah. So and then that sparked that sort of friendship, didn't it?
And I
And
remember
then we kind of formed a little trio in college.
I remember how that started. We were in what was it? What's it even called? Tutorial, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I remember that was the first time you two spoke, and then Ruben was telling me about it, and then it just happened from there. I don't know. We just spawned the friendship, I suppose.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. You know what I mean?
Madness. And then
Yeah.
from there, me and an old friend were in a band called Pull the Trigger.
I don't remember this bit.
They
This
went on
was
to be-
over the summer before college,
That's why.
and then we went on to change the
Oh,
name to
I
Beyond the
remember.
Bloodshed.
Beyond the bloodshed.
And
a throwback.
then
That lasted 5 minutes.
Beyond the
Literally.
Bloodshed gained members and
Again,
became
Gained about
7 members.
17
That was
members.
the thing
That
about
was-
this. 7
that
members.
was 7 of us, and then
So I went through Google Translate.
Google Translate.
I was in this band. I joined this band with obviously
Few people.
there were 7 of us in total. So I went on Google Translate and going through different names and Latin and stuff. So then I come up with the radical 7 in
Belter.
Latin is Intimus Septum. I was like,
Mad.
I'll send that to Jay, see what he thinks. And he loved it.
and I thought it was fucking boss.
And he loved
Because
it.
I love all Latin names like that with bands and shit. And
To be fair, I didn't know that's where it came from. I didn't know that's what it became. I thought that was still 2 separate things.
yeah, that's the origin
So
story.
I thought
Origin of
Bloodshed
Intimus Septum?
and Intimus Septum are 2 different things.
No.
But obviously,
And then more recently, I was asked if I'd like to join this band called Rumination,
Rumination.
with the old friend that was previously in the other 3 separately named bands.
Just a few.
And it wasn't really cut out for what I sort of wanted, so I ended up basically just bailing after a couple of days. Not no story really behind that. It was just not organised the way it should have been. It was very poorly sort of decision making and what have you. But yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about, and this is an interesting topic I think when it comes to music, is religion in music. So I listen to, I can name 2 bands off the top of my head that I listen to with religious references in their names. Avenged Sevenfold is one. That is straight quote from the Bible. And Lamb of God. Who, obviously, Jesus sacrifice, he was the Lamb of God, whatever. That shit. And I think I've been asked before, like, am I religious? Based on, like, when I name my favourite bands or whatever.
And the music that you listen to.
And people know the references, they're like, oh, are you religious? And then I'm like, no, it's this sort of music, it's that sort of music. I'm not religious at all. I'm not an atheist, but I'm not...
An agnostic atheist.
Yeah. What's agnostic?
Yeah, that's the one.
You're willing to believe if there's proof.
That's it. So I'm more of an agnostic.
I think.
Well, that's like the thing with people relating to Satanism and metal just because they use 666. But that's just the culture.
That's it.
Isn't it?
I've literally got 666 on my shirt.
That's what reminded me.
And I'm not like a fucking Satanist or whatever.
It's just the culture.
But exactly.
Iron Maiden on a song called 666.
Yeah. And it's
of the 999.
I'm sort of like, no, I'm not religious. This is the type of music that it is. The bands aren't religious at all in any way. They're all also, Avenged Sevenfold, for example, they're all agnostic. And I think sometimes, building on the point that you made, people sort of have negative opinions on certain genres of music and certain songs in certain bands based on the religious references in songs or names and the fact that they are the complete opposite. And that always confuses me because I'm a bit like, you can't complain about this. Like, I don't fully understand it, but like, one thing I wanted to ask, is there any sort of religion behind any of the music you listen to, or blues in general?
It's linked.
It is
very linked.
All came from religion, basically. With me, I listen to proper acoustic Delta blues, all that type of stuff. It all obviously,
authentic,
if you know your music history or your history in general, that all come from slavery and slaves in the field, coming up with just tunes on a guitar, and that developed as blues music. So it was a lot of black artists, and it was the deep South in America below the Bible Belt. So like, Delta blues comes from Mississippi, the Mississippi Delta, like Texas, Louisiana, all that type of stuff, and it's a lot of culturally black music, and it's heavily religious. I listen to a lot of songs that are religious. Hence, in, like I said before, the Blues Brothers, there's a lot of religious scenes in that, John the Revelator is one of my favourite songs from that. Obviously, that's about John the Revelator who's in the Bible and stuff, and even just songs that aren't to do with religion, it mentions God or praying or faith in some way. And blues music has got a lot of religion in it, and I love that. I think it's great. I think it's boss.
I think as well, for me personally, like a lot of the stuff I listen to, one of my favourite songs from Avenged Sevenfold is a song called Chapter 4, and it quite literally references Genesis chapter 4 from the Bible, which is the story of, Cain and Abel, the first murderer. Cain killed Abel, fucking blah-de-blah-de-blah. And I think that whenever they do a song that's sort of related to religion or religious in any way, it's so much more interesting than other things that they've done, because it's like not, they're not exactly writing or singing about their view on things, or they're writing about history's view on things and other people. And they've got a song called Roman Sky that's about this philosopher who was I can't remember his fucking name, but he was because of his like ideals and what he believed, he was gagged, and the gag had a spike on it straight through his tongue, and then they burned him alive. He was killed based on his beliefs. But yeah, is there any religious shit in what you listen to? Because I mean, outside of obviously the blues stuff that you and Ruben both share, I know you listen to a lot of Juice WRLD and rap.
There's a few there's a few like relative stuff in different sort of songs talking about like God, talking about how to praise God and thankful to God and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's like the main thing, but there's nothing like directly taking it, like as you said, like from the Bible or anything like too out there, you know what I mean, if like too on the nose of it, like. But no, it's all just similar to the blues. You just have hints, kind of, nothing like massive, you know what I mean.
As well, before we move on, sorry, with the blues stuff, a lot of that came from gospel as well, which is obviously religious stuff.
Religious stuff.
That is the religious music.
That's the
and
origin
it
of
slaps.
It, really. It's
great. Belter.
Great.
It's great music.
It is.
Get that on and get that on when you're in the shower and that.
You know what? Another
everywhere.
genre that I'm like sort of super into.
No, don't you say what I think you're gonna say.
Fucking reggae.
Oh,
Reggae's
I like a bit of
I
reggae.
believe religious stuff as well.
Speaking of reggae, Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Yeah.
It's Ruben's brother's favourite.
Bob, he was always, talking about fucking Praise Jah.
Praise Jah in the Moonlight.
Big up Jah.
Yeah.
Exodus is one of the greatest albums of all time.
Exodus,
That's a thing from the
Brilliant.
Bible.
Yeah, I think religion in music is like a big topic,
it's an
and
interesting
people. I can't exactly say people have the wrong opinions on it because I can't call someone's opinion wrong, but the people that take it negatively, just because the genre of music is aggressive or I don't think that's something that should happen. It's something that's never going to stop, unfortunately. But
Yeah,
it's
always going to happen.
It is. It's another bit. Well, I think it's one of the biggest topics in music. Really, religion. It's always there somewhere.
It's always stuff that derives to it or derives from it.
That's what it music was originated from religion, really, and churches in
That's why
England
different genres are made.
Orchestral stuff. It was all in the church, because the church used to run Europe, England, all that stuff. That's how it started, really. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Big up Henry VIII and that. Yeah, man.
Before, really.
Mal. This is someone that me and Ruben have had a conversation about quite literally a few fucking... it was last night, wasn't it? Talking about a artist that's kind of just...
Oh, Ren.
He's more sort of just appeared for me recently. I knew who he was, so I'd listened to his stuff for a while. Obviously, Ruben reminded me of the band that he was previously in.
The Big
Before
Push.
they disbanded, yeah.
The what?
What
was it called?
The Big Push. Buskin band.
That you do, yeah. So.
Yeah, so Ren is an artist who I've been into at the minute. He seems to be a bit of...
He's popping off at the moment.
Still up and coming in his own...
He's up and coming, but he is known.
What genre does he do?
Yeah,
Teach me. I don't know.
What genre would you call
it's
that?
like...
Is he just a bit of
No,
everything?
He's a lyricist.
Yeah.
He's a lyricist.
Okay.
But...
older generations, I don't think would like it, because it's not music as in it sounds good to your ears. It's music you have to listen to and take in the words and think about it.
It's telling a story.
Meaningful. Okay. I like that.
His music's telling a story. The majority of it, anyway. And yeah, so he's obviously popping off recently, and the way he writes his shit is
the way it's structured,
fucking
everything.
phenomenal.
It's
Is he a newer artist?
So
Yeah.
wild.
No,
Yeah, so the Big Push that he was in, they disbanded in 2022 because of his health issues.
He wasn't.
Was it Rem's health issues?
Yeah.
He was like the lead. He was the main. He was
The
the
main
lead
man.
singer.
So obviously he wasn't well, and obviously he had all shit going on up here as well.
He got misdiagnosed with depression,
Yeah.
and that fucked his
Messed
head
him
up.
up like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was that, and then I think it was Hi Ren that was like the
High
big,
Ren.
the
It's got
big fucking. Like,
it's got
pop
30
off.
million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that
So
a song?
it's a song.
It's
He
his big
sat
song.
His
in just
biggest
this
one?
empty room in a gown on a fucking. He's just on a stool with his guitar, and he's like sort of talking to himself as his like subconscious mind.
It's like a
and then responding as
schizophrenic
himself.
thing.
Yeah.
One versus one guy, one versus another guy, and it's like the opposites of each other.
What do you mean?
Like a schizophrenic, like the devil and the angel.
That's
on your shoulder.
what I was
It's
gonna
like
say,
that,
yeah.
it's like
Yeah, so it's like he talks to himself. He's facing one way, and then he'll turn the other way and
And
talk
speaking-
talk back as himself.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it's just genius, to be honest. I mean, I've listened to some fucking genius writing in my time,
And that's one of them.
and fuck me, he tops it all. I think the way he structures, because the structure's not even. It's just his own, innit?
There's
no, like, you
it
can't
doesn't
even-
it doesn't work, but it fucking does work.
That's it. It's not one of them songs like where you could sit and be like, "Oh, this song has a structure. Count it." You can't fucking count it. It's uncountable.
In his song High Ren, there's a line where he says he doesn't want to make commercial music, but he doesn't care because he just wants people to listen to it and interpret it for themselves.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be on the radio.
Would you say it's like kind of the way Frank Zappa did it then? It's like, he's
Frank
like that.
Zappa's Frank Zappa, innit?
Is he, so what, are you saying he's gifted lyrically or musically or both?
Oh, he's fucking gifted all round. He is something special.
He focuses on his lyrics, but then when it's
So he's
structured,
lyric heavy.
when it's structured on the guitar,
I'm excited to show you some of his
I
stuff.
know, yeah,
after
I know,
this
yeah.
fucking
I'm
episode.
gonna show
What's
you.
his name? Ren.
Ren.
Ren. R-E-N.
Yeah, like
And his big song is High Ren.
I like Kylo.
Like
Ren.
Kylo Ren.
I use him on Battlefront too. He's my favourite character.
Yeah. He's probably the best of the Sith, to be fair.
Yeah, he's
I think Darth Vader's a
Like,
bit mid in that game.
he's fucking not.
He is, lad.
He's the most overpowered
Lad,
character.
Yoda's the best, lad.
Yoda's the best lad. Yoda's the best lad. Shut up, lad.
For this fucker here.
Look at this fucker. Shut up, Jacob. Absolute blade.
But yeah, so Ren...
Shut up.
Shut down.
Is that the
Oh
shirt?
yeah, I mean, if you can't fucking tell, then you're just stupid. Like,
We are
we
outside,
are
like-
recording this podcast outside.
Couldn't tell, yeah.
Figured,
It's
You
a
know.
bit. It started spitting, but it stopped now.
and I
Yeah.
can't lie, I do apologise if the audio for this is fucking horrible.
Oh yeah, the audio
because
might be
I
awful.
don't know how well these mics
He's recording
have
this.
worked.
I'm recording.
Luckily,
Can't do
the
it.
way this is here, both of these are capturing my voice. That's capturing yours,
I'm
and that's
capturing
capturing
mine,
his.
so.
So that could just be for extra sort of layers.
Well, he's speaking quite loud, so I'm guessing this picks it up.
Yeah,
Oh, I'll figure it out, won't
but yeah. So, what are your plans
we? Ren, yeah.
musically for the future? I know, obviously, college stuff. You're going back next year, aren't you?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, possibly going back to finish that second year.
I just
Just seeing where you.
anything. I've sort of got into like the music industry
Business,
locally. I've played a few gigs in
Local industry's
In
best place
town.
to start.
few local gigs, very local around where I live. A few pubs and bars and that. A few open mics, but then obviously recently with Foam Over, we played the Jacaranda in Liverpool,
Yeah.
which is famously where the Beatles played. We played our first gig with me in there, and we've got one coming up this Saturday in Soto in Liverpool.
I'm hoping at some point travel will be good and I'll be able to join the boys, but can't say what I'd be doing out of respect. Just yet.
No,
What are we talking about here?
no,
We've gone off
it's
topic.
alright. It's alright.
But yeah, I think, to be honest, that covers about everything I wanted to talk about. But yeah,
Oh,
anything else
that's
you'd
good,
like to add musically?
We're going back to the bands. We all three of us once had this little thing going.
Oh shit,
For a
yeah.
little bit.
We had a little trio thing for a while, didn't we?
That was the riff
Yeah.
of the century. Cream.
Fucking Ruben and the Grumbleweeds.
Jesus
That's
Christ,
its most recent iteration.
That
What
was
was it?
that was the recent
What was
one.
the?
What was it initially? It was
It was just the Brothers in Blue, wasn't it?
Brothers in Blue,
Is that it?
Blues Brothers, something like that, wasn't it?
it was It was that.
And it was
And then I swear, Ronnie
and the Hound Dogs.
Ronnie and the Hound Dogs.
Ronnie and the Hound Dogs.
I like that one. That's
Ronnie
a
and
good
the
one.
Hound Dogs, and then it
Elvis
went
Arson.
to Reuben and the Grumbleweeds.
But
What did your ma say about fucking Grumbleweeds and the Lancashire Hot Pots or some shit like?
Fucking.
Oh yeah, because the no, she come up with the Grumbleweeds
Yeah,
because she thought to put something as a band. There's a band called the Grumbles or something.
the Grumbleweeds. There is one called
Grumbleweeds, is
Grumbleweeds. Yeah, but they're like
She thought the fucking
Lancs-
hot
What?
pots were called
What?
the Grumbleweeds.
yeah.
fucking Lancashire Grumbleweeds. Yeah, all right, mum. Calm down, mum.
So for context, Bob Riggles, the bass, the thunder, the hot pot, the man himself, was our tutor at college. He plays in a band called the Lancashire Hot Pots. He is the bassist, and
Quite big up north, especially, but in England.
yeah, definitely. They write songs about food and like fear and IKEA and shit.
Chippy Tea is the big one.
Chippy
Everyone
tea,
knows that song,
chippy
surely.
tea, I want a chippy tea. But you keep
Give me posh, no shit, don't agree with me.
I don't
I
know
don't
the
want
lyrics because I'm not
lobster
sad
thermidor.
like
Or
these
a
two.
raspberry coolie.
What's going on
Friday
here,
night,
guys?
I'm within me rights. I want a chippy tea.
So, Ruben here has got a little story to tell about a song from the band that he's in, Foam Over, an original of theirs. So I will let him tell his story and play the song.
Please do.
Take it away.
So this is my favourite one from our band. It's called Office Chair Jousting Olympics.
Mad name, good song.
And the story behind it is our singer James, in his uni dorm, when obviously everyone was bored,
Yeah.
they used to joust in the hallways on office chairs.
Sounds
So they used
fun.
they have like brooms and mops or whatever, and then push each other down the corridor with in office chairs and joust in corridors or like uni dorms or something.
cool. It sounds
So
boss.
that's what the song's about. It's called Office Chair Jousting Olympics. And by the way, I am not the singer of this band, so I've not got a good voice. So before anyone says I can't sing, I know.
Games to game.
Roll up, the show's about to start. A show not designed with in mind of the fainted of heart. A spectacle guaranteed that lasts throughout all of the ages. With a light and sound desk with the head on his chest to break your mind free of its cages. You say you've seen it all, my friend. You've seen Chun-Li doing her flying spin kick. Commanded battleships and hit 5 in a row without sinking. You've been to parties where champagne glasses constantly clinking. But I bet that you've never been to the office chair jousting Olympics. Whoa,
Good.
whoa,
good.
whoa.
I like it.
Whoa, 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 Now electricity has started to fill up the air as each man embarks on his steed of an office chair. One man has a broom, the other one has a mop. And now they've revved up their engines, you know there's only one way that they can stop. You say you've seen it all, my friend. You see Chun-Li doing her flying spin kick.
My favourite lyric, that one.
commanded battleships and hit 5 in a row without sinking. Been to parties where champagne glasses constantly clinking. But I bet that you've never been to the office chair jousting Olympics. Pause in it. You've done the conga on a Wednesday afternoon to say goodbye to all the friends we've lost too soon. But now you're just sat here, just listening to my tune. You better get yourself inside, because the show's about to start in 3, 2, 1. Say you've seen it all, my friend. You see Chun-Li doing hairspray and think kick. Whoa.
Best one, that.
Commanded battleships and hit 5 in a row without sinking.
I didn't hear it.
You've been to parties where champagne glasses constantly clinking. And now you can tell everyone that you've all been to the office chair jousting Olympics. Woo!
Fucking hell, personally, I think that deserves a round of applause.
That was sick.
That was fucking amazing. Sick. That's really good. I like that
That's a
song.
good song.
It's a good song.
That's fucking awesome. That's cool.
Ren who?
What
Ruben
a-
Elliott. Get him on it.
What a
Great song.
Good lyrics.
what a brilliant way to bring this episode to its wrap.
Always like a little jokey fun song.
And yeah, so that was Ruben with Office Chair Jousting Olympics,
From the band Foam Over.
featuring Chun-Li and her
Flying spin flips.
spin flicks.
Or whatever you said.
Fuck that, I
Whatever.
Look,
I fucked up at the beginning. I know. Shut up.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Shout out
Do you know what I mean?
shout out the boys at Foam Over. And
Pick up.
this has been Ruben.
It has been.
This has been Harry.
It has been.
And I've been your host, Jake,
Yes.
or Leslie Sticks.
Big
And,
Les.
I will fucking big, yeah.
Pick them out.
Lesbian
And I will catch you all in the next episode of the Musical Mayhem podcast.
You know that.
Thank you all for watching. See you all later. Bye for now.